No real estate agent is going to take me seriously without a job, but then again, no one wants to hire someone who's homeless.
I think for young people there is a feeling that the market is really narrow and there's not a lot of opportunity.
I'd like to be optimistic and say that it is improving, but it's not.
So what's it like to live in a community where 1 in 5 young people can't find a job?
Some young people would come from a background where mum and dad may have never worked, so they don't know what to wear to an interview, they don't know what to say, what to expect.
There are teenagers who manage to find work after a couple of months, but for some, the consequences can be extreme.
My only option is going back out into the bush and setting up a campsite again with my dog. I can find my own food in the bush. You know, I can hunt, I can make traps and that kind of thing, so neither me or my dog will ever go hungry. When I found out my house was getting terminated, I spent the next couple of weeks trying to find a house, and because I don't have a job, I obviously got knocked back for everything. I was walking past the camping store and I just looked in and I was like, oh, fuck it. And I just went in and spent a couple of weeks rent on camping gear, and yeah, it's been cheaper than hiring out a house.
And how long did you go bush for last time?
Last time, not too long, about 2 months.
Just on our way to see the Mayor of Lismore, we have a lot of questions for him, but I really want to talk to him about Mark because I just can't believe how desperate this situation has become for him.
I mean, it's amazing to hear a story about someone who has to hunt for a living, like in the 21st century. Having to fend for yourself in that way, you know, it just sounds like it sounds impossible, to be honest, you know.
Me and my parents had a lot of disagreements, and it was better if I just, looked after myself. Like, I can't get a job and I can't survive without a job.
We miss him. We know that he's just that step too far if something happens.
Sandy has had 2 sons move away because of the lack of opportunity. One is autistic and the separation is difficult for both of them.
One's up in Brisbane, north of Brisbane, at Mango Hill. He lives up there because it was the only place he could get a job.
They were 2 young people that had come through our service quite a bit. They were really active in looking for work. However, they couldn't find work in the local area and had to go as far as Uluru to find employment in hospitality to get a foot in the door.
And how long were they looking for work for?
Over 12 months.
After rejection, it just kind of stuffs with your confidence a bit.
Searching, trying to get money, just making it, struggling basically. I'm not too good.
Almost all of my friends are unemployed. Like, employers don't look at young people in this area. They say we need experience, but they won't give us the experience to, no one gives you a shot.
We have no public transport to speak of, and getting your L's is expensive. If you don't have a parent that is willing to drive you around, these kids have no way of getting their licence.
That can be a huge hurdle. We might find a job that we know that young person would be really suitable for, but they don't have transport to get there.
The government needs to put money back into the businesses to allow them to be able to afford to employ people.
It's not all challenges and hardships in Lismore. There are bright spots in the community and some businesses that are even flourishing.
It's got a university, it's got hospitals, it's got an incredible community, it's got the resources around it to support small businesses. 3 weeks in and we've got 42 staff and we're a small cafe.
Entrepreneur Linda Bassnett is relying on the internet to grow Divaland Lights, which currently employs 21-year-old Rebecca Young.
I've got to, take the lights out of the boxes and pull the sticky tape off the boxes and yeah.
I've seen Rebecca enjoy herself. I've seen her working with a smile on her face, and I thought, yeah, it's rewarding.
Linda thinks technology and innovation could create more opportunities in the town.
So if you've got an idea and you want to build a business, there's the cost of building it's probably lower here than most other places in Australia. And the council's looking for people to come in here and create employment.
How many jobs have you gone for, do you reckon?
Hundreds. You just keep applying, hey? Like, you just got to keep applying for as many as you can. I don't know, maybe one day, you know, I'll get a call back and get a job, but you know, it's really hard to try and keep everything going, but you know, without any money.
You can spend all day telling governments what they should and shouldn't do, but they'll change eventually. They'll do what the people want eventually, but that doesn't help the guy who's foraging out in the bush in the cold, sleeping in the sleeping bag.